What is going on, everyone? I'm Steve, hashtag Team No Sleeves from Burke Family 54 Comics. Welcome to another Thursday night chat. We're going to be hanging out, talking comic books, and reviewing them. Before we do that, though, let's hit that intro. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start bringing in the crew. First up, we got Adrian Pandawson 316. What is up?
What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody had a good New Comic Book Day week. It was a good one this week. We got some really good reads. Can't wait to talk about them.
Boom. I agree. Next up, we got a tired guy, Legion of Comics. What's up, dude?
How's it going?
Good, man. How are you doing?
I'm good.
All right. Last, certainly not least, Ryan. What's up, dude? How are you?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. I am doing well. Thank you so much, Ryan, for last week hosting the Thursday night chat. You did a phenomenal job.
Best show yet.
Despite Mark and Joe having tangents every 5 minutes.
What it's all about.
That's what it's all about. Before we get any further, I do want to remind everyone that our Thursday night chat is brought to you by comicbook_pressing on Instagram. Make sure you protect your comic book investment for as little as $12 by using Eric from comicbook_pressing on Instagram. And always use my promo code BURK54 to get free shipping back to you on your first order. A link to comicbook_pressing's Instagram is in the description of every single one of my videos. Thank you so much, Eric, for sponsoring the channel. All right, let's go and say hi to some people over in the chat. We got a few people already here. Ruby G, what it do, man? How are you doing? Ryan is here. Cosmic Campfire, new guy. Ryan, all sorts of names. Luis Ramirez, what up, dude? Austin LeMay, hello. Wheelchair Superhero 87, hello. Marty, what it do, man? Dan, hello. He's going to hook me up with a copy of Nice House on the Lake #2, which we will talk about tonight. It's Morphin time, yes, sir. DeBarrick, what's up, man? How are you? I will get Instagram after I figure out YouTube. Okay, sounds good, man. Whatever you do, make sure you hit me up, and we will add you to the chat. Aloha. How's it going? B. Ramey, what's up, man? I still have your Flash thing here. I haven't found a frame for it yet, but I will, and it will go up on the wall because I absolutely love the Flash. Speaking of Flash, we got Robert6792. What up? What's going on, guys? Burke fam just popping in to say hi. Baby's running the fever tonight. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. There's nothing worse than when your kids sleep.
Yeah, because they won't let you sleep.
Yeah, you might as well be so.
Good Thursday. Yes, it is a good Thursday. We are excited to be talking some comic books tonight. There's some heavy hitters came up this week. John, what's up, man? How are you? I'm sure you're here for Ryan and Mark more than me, but thank you for stopping off. Appreciate that. Go for the tired one. Howdy. Ryan's out of uniform. I know, right? He is out of uniform. We talked about that, but it wasn't unofficial. I was already wearing this. Panda was wearing it. We made Mark put on his own shirt.
They just wanted to watch me undress.
He started taking it off. We thought it was underneath it, and it wasn't. So.
He thought we were live. Turns out we weren't.
Yes, yeah. He is majestic. He's like a unicorn.
Yeah, like a majestic steed.
It jumps really high, if you know what I mean. Manny, what's up, dude? How's it going, brother? Station everyone. Make sure you guys are following everyone in chat. Make sure you're also following every one of my Burke family channel members. In a family tier, we got all of these guys. Everyone also in a friend tier, which all of these guys are in a family and friend tier. Adrian Pandawson, Legion of Comics, and new guy. These guys are all in the family and friend tier. A link to their pages is in the description of every single one of my videos, as well as everyone else that you see on the screen. Thank you guys so much. And I'll go back over that a little bit later. Happy Sausage Fest Thursday. Say hello.
Yeah.
That's what's up. This is the part of the show where we show off our comic book haul for the week. I will go first.
Because this is my channel.
because this is my channel. All right, here we go. So I have now. So I got. What the heck? Okay, so I got these ones today from last week. Power Rangers Unlimited. Power Rangers Unlimited.
Looks familiar.
Power Rangers Unlimited.
Looks familiar but different.
Power Rangers Unlimited. So there's 4 copies that I bought today. And as you guys remember, last week while I was on vacation, I also got Power Rangers Unlimited and Power Rangers Unlimited. So we have 6 copies.
Nice.
I'm going to send those over to my friend Frank Gogol, hashtag Gogol Power Rangers. He's going to sign them for me and a few of my friends because he's an awesome, awesome guy. That'll be done here in the next week or so. So that's why I have all of those. I told him next time he's going to write a Power Rangers book to make sure it's not an $8 book because that gets pretty expensive when you get as many as I did.
About $42.
Yeah. Batman 110, which we will talk about tonight. Excellent.
Love that cover.
Excellent book, by the way. The next Batman, Second Son, number 4 of 4. Short review. That whole series fell on its face, in my opinion.
Yeah, shorter review. John Ridley ain't hitting on nothing.
Suicide Squad number 5. I was like, do I get this or do I get the Crime Syndicate variant?
Oh, you chose wisely.
I was like, I ain't paying $1 more for the other cover, so I went with the regular one.
Yeah, I think I covered all of them this week. Cause,
We know why you really got that one because you're just a huge Peacemaker guy.
He came back. He's back. I did get this that came out last week as well. I wanted to get it for my LCS because it's. I want to make sure
read
that
it?
that money. I haven't had a chance yet, man. I got home at like 3 o'clock. We've been running this whole time. I got all the other books read.
You are in for a treat.
I can already tell it looks amazing on the cover. And Infinite Frontier number 2 comes out next week.
Yeah.
Scott, what's up, man? How are you doing? I did not expect to pick this book up. I was kind of mad that they didn't have Nice House on a Lake number 2. Apparently, they sold all 20 copies within the first 30 minutes yesterday. So I was kind of mad. I was kind of mad they didn't have that, and I saw that this came out this week. And I said I wasn't going to get it, but I did just because I was mad. But Firepower number 13, which was
Turncoat.
there was a couple surprising reveals in this issue. Not a lot of dialogue, but a couple surprising reveals.
Was there a dragon?
How do I? Are you guys going to read it?
No.
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 I know the daughter
Did the statue
throws a
finally come to
fireball like
life?
it's nothing.
Yeah, was there a dragon or the statue come to life?
Ryan just ruined it, but yes, someone else other than Owen can throw fire.
Oh,
Shocking.
okay. Shocking.
So shocking. The book about
That was my
throwing
exact
fire.
reaction. I was like, really? Like, I didn't even read it. Somebody was trying to sell me on reading it. And I was like, that doesn't help.
No.
Saw that coming.
And then this last one was free from one of the workers at the shop. If you guys, I read the first 15 issues or so via trade paperbacks. I didn't have any of the floppies, but we got Green Arrow Rebirth number 1. This is the regular number 1, not the one shot, and this is also the Walmart variant.
Do you have an ice cream cone head on there?
Yeah. That's it is. But if you guys read the first however many issues, it was actually really good. It was really, really good. Pretty much anything DC Rebirth, every one of their titles was amazing to start with. Yep, there you go. Mark, you're up next.
What am I doing?
Let's see your first half of your haul.
It was a big DC week. But let's see, 0 Point there finished up. Batman 110. Really enjoyed it. It's 2 issues in a row now. Suicide Squad number 5. Fantastic. Crime Syndicate number 5 of 6. That was a good issue. Banger of an ending too. Really pumped for the finale to that. Wonder Girl number 2, total crap. Swamp Thing number 5, absolutely loved it. We got like a one-off issue of what it would be like if Ron V was writing an ongoing Swamp Thing. Just a little insert story. So cool. Constantine, little pop-up in there. The next Batman Second Son 404, because, I don't know, John Ridley needs work. Justice League number 64, absolutely solid. The return of Sinmar, the villain from the final arc of Bendis' Superman run, and the Justice League Dark backup was pretty good. And then Nice House on the Lake, issue number 2. And then the copy that Burke thought he was going to buy, I got before he got there. And of course, that Batman 1 in 25 Frederici variant of Peacemaker number 1, because he is a beast. That dude is wicked. They're such a cool rollout with that character. And for someone who's already existed for 6 months, such a cool rollout and introduction to a character.
I like it.
Really enjoying it. Yeah, and then
We got some info on him as well in this issue.
then we got Immortal Hulk 48, Geiger number 4, and Out of Body number 2 to pick up tomorrow. And He-Man, I have no interest in picking up the A, B, C, D, E, F, G covers, but I am getting that Alex Ross wraparound off of his website. I'm very pumped to get that.
Oh, dang. That sucks. Ryan. Well, hold on. Before we go to Ryan, have you seen the 1 of 25 for next week's The Joker?
Is that the Henchman?
Vengeance?
Vengeance. They're doing Vengeance, and then that it looks like a Henchman, but it's one of the Cannibal Brothers or the two for that series. He's standing with it. Yeah. Vengeance looks awesome, just looking over her shoulder.
Yeah.
Federici is killing it for sure.
I'm loving him, but I'm ready for him to be done with him so I can just have them all already and be done with it,
I don't know.
I always think that once I get to the end of this, I'll be done, but there's always something else that pops up that I end up chasing down, the timeless variants and these, and I can't remember what was in between, but it's taking up too much of my money.
Ryan.
I'm a kind of in a Mark situation in between here. I went Tuesday though, so I got some DC books. Nice House on the Lake number 2. I was impressed. I read this and took notes, no lies.
No joke.
I am not good with names and stuff. I was like, who are they talking to now? I ended up getting out a notepad and just scribbling notes. So Wonder Girl number 2 kind of hurt my feelings. It went in, I understand part of it went in a direction I didn't really want it to go in. And so I think I kind of held that against it, but it just wasn't what I was expecting. Swamp Thing, this was really good. Probably, I don't know, it might be my least favorite issue of the run so far, but that's still an extremely high bar. I thought the artwork was a little bit wonky, but because they had a different artist there. But overall, it's a really cool story, and I saw the message applied today in real life, so I thought that was pretty cool. So that's the only 3 I picked up so far.
What are you getting tomorrow?
What's it? Ultra Mega, Skybound X number 1, the Ultra Mega cover, the B cover.
So good.
Nick has that in the mail for me, so I realized I was going to be busy and wouldn't make it to the shop, so I hit him up first thing in the morning, yo, dude, if you go to your shop, could you see? And he was like, yeah. So he got one for me, so that's on the way. Out of Body number 2 is a guaranteed pickup as well, and Basilisk number 2 as well. So I'm excited to grab those 3 probably tomorrow.
I need to read Basilisk.
I read that Skybound X. I'm not going to be picking them up because there's so few stories that pertain to my interest. But, that Rick Grimes 2K story is wicked awesome. It is wicked.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's a really good price on that.
He stole that.
Panda. Hashtag Panda Pack.
Hey. Okay, so I picked up Suicide Squad number 5. Got that. This is the A cover, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love the A cover because I like the Peacemaker, but the other guy that was in here, we'll talk about him. Bloodsport, yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And then I got that Nice House on the Lake variant.
Nice.
This was the only one that they had left, but this is a wicked minimal dress. cover.
Yep.
Really like that.
Do you see all the stuff hidden on it? Like the branches are the statues that are around the house. If you look
No
right over the top of the
shit.
piano, there's a person peeking out from behind the tree.
Oh snap! There
Hey,
it is.
that cover has got so much hidden imagery in it. It is gorgeous. I'm just having to double cover that whole series, I think.
Yeah, this is a beautiful cover.
Hey, even Steve likes my shirt.
That's Steve. I do love that cover too. Is that it? Just those 2 books?
I didn't mean to side rail you, Panda.
Oh, I also got. It's not a book. Sorry, Mark. I was just trying to find all the Easter eggs that you were trying to point out. But I also got. Remember, we were talking about if they ever did an Electro, they need to do the old school. I want to see that starfish, electrified.
Wait,
Face
you wanna see
covering.
the starfish?
Yeah, look, the starfish covering. It's got the
Yeah.
5 points.
Those are like throwback toys to like the 90s. How they
Mhm.
the one from the 90s came with a little lightning bolt that you pegged his feet into, and you could, when you rolled him, it flashed and like lightning bolt. It was really cool. I remember
That
that
is
one
so
from when I was
dope.
a kid.
So yeah, that was the only thing I picked up.
That's really cool though.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
That's awesome.
I like
I like those fingers.
I know, right?
Spirit fingers.
Spear fingers to death.
Like everyone knew.
Everyone has seen that movie. So you didn't get Batman 110, huh? So you're not.
I told you guys I dropped it. Like that's it. I gave it its chance. I had a chance to read it digitally, but I was already fatigued. I was a little Batmaned out. Every issue was a new character, and it was just like, okay, I'm not even gonna spec on anything.
This one was legit though. It really was.
But whose first appearance was it this time?
No one.
No one.
Batman's
I'm
ass
surprised.
It was honestly completely action. Like the whole thing.
This is 2 issues straight now where I give him credit where all of this crap that he's been setting up, that you've just been standing in place with the tire spinning in the mud, traction 109, and now we're going 100 miles an hour. I'm not saying he's going to keep this up. There's no reason why he shouldn't, but I think that his book just had to catch up or wait on certain things to be happening with the main universe and where everything's at so that events can line up. We have the I Am Batman series coming up. We have the whole Fear State coming up. It had to be at the right place at the right time.
That's why we're only getting just teeny little bits of Scarecrow, who's in it a lot at the beginning. We're only getting just little bits because it's going to come up in Fear State.
Yeah, they keep just really doing like the flashbacks, and the opening to each issue is a minor flashback for a couple of pages and just working its way there. And they finally dropped the phrase Fear State in this one. And the whole Peacemaker stuff has been awesome since Satan
It really has.
showed his hand and hit the detonator and rolled out Peacemaker or Peacekeeper. This has been awesome.
I imagine this is going to be the pace up to Fear State, and then it's going to reset because, I mean, I know things are coming. Tynan is like that. He starts with the foundation and he builds brick by brick until it all hits wherever he's going, But you got to be invested for all of those to get there, And I think that's what this is the payoff of everything he's been building since like 100. And then you're going to get Fear State, and it's going to kind of reset everything, and you're going to go back to like that slow build.
I don't know. I think that it was just the hiccuping, you know what I mean, of like coming out of Future State and the introduction to the new DC. There's no reason to go back. It's not very often that Batman or any title is as stagnant as Batman's been. Like that was extra stagnant, but with him being such a flagship for the universe,
8 straight issues.
There's very specific stuff that he has to be hitting specific benchmarks time frame wise. Same thing with Superman, but Philip Kennedy Johnson just did it such a different way. It was like, all right, well, the story's not in the foreground. You know what I'm saying? He has you looking in the background instead of the foreground. Where Batman, he didn't write it like that. He's just like, well, I have to be introducing what's going on with Harley, and we have to explain Poison Ivy over here. It's been a monumental task, and it's not something that I wish he had to do or would wanted him to do. But it made Batman crappy to accomplish what he had to accomplish. So I'm not faulting him too heavy for it, but it's still utter garbage what was going on, like it is what it is kind of thing. But there's no reason moving forward it has to be like that. And I'm hoping with Fear State we'll get this magistrate stuff behind us. Or maybe the finale of Fear State would be getting past the magistrate stuff.
I think the magistrate's going to be here to stay, man, because he got Batman, the next Batman #0 coming pretty soon.
We also have I Am Batman as the miniseries that John Ridley will be writing, like the next miniseries that'll be taking off with Jace. Like when we actually see them one, I don't know if that's associated with the next Batman #0 or not. But I don't know if the magistrate will be here to say. I can see Peacekeeper sticking around or whatever, but there's no reason to keep Simon Saint around running a magistrate program through Gotham. It's like, really, how long is that really gonna fly? It's getting stale really quick.
So we're talking 110 right now, right?
We can talk Batman 110. We pretty much are.
Overall Batman.
I was about to say
that's
we're
what
pretty
this
much.
was.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just talk Batman 110 real quick since we're already on the topic of it.
Yeah.
I think this cover is just amazing.
It
That
is.
one is too. Well, so in this book, Peacekeeper 01 and Batman, oh my goodness, are fighting, and Simon Saint says, they've been fighting for 18 minutes, and that in and of itself is a absolute win for the Peacekeeper program.
Yeah, and it's cool. We did find out that his technology and everything. He has all the artificial upgrades and stuff. He's like missing arms and legs and stuff, but his suit is updating as he's fighting. Like it's collecting that data as he's like fighting with Batman. It's registering what's going on and pushing those upgrades in real time.
It felt like
that's how he's able to
Iron
look at
Man
that.
Captain America fight in Captain America 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If Cap was here, he would have dropped him like a bad habit. Let's be real. Cap's got that unbeatable spirit, man.
With prep time, Batman could beat that guy easily.
Without prep time, Cap would have taken him apart.
Oh, shit.
I do want to say, never have I cared for Ghostmaker until this issue.
I still don't care for him that much.
That was such a cool little thing. Like when the what's it called? It's not the Javelin. That's the Justice League's thing. What's this stupid little airplane called?
I don't even know.
Oh man, I wish I knew. The Ghost Stream. I guess that's why I forgot it.
I do not like that. I do not like Ghostmaker, and I don't care if he knows it. Like, there was a cool stories.
Who,
Yeah.
Ghostmaker? You don't care if he knows you like him?
Yeah,
Or
well,
that you don't like him?
Don't tell him, Ryan.
pulling the Ghost Stream into position. Yeah, that's what it says.
Let me phone him up real quick.
Let me phone him up.
You probably heard when.
Screw you, Ryan.
No, but I've thought he was kind of dumb from day one, but I think they handled him well in this. He's been out of the spotlight, just kind of laying in the weeds, kind of hanging out with Harley Quinn. And Batman's just getting wrecked, absolutely wrecked. And you get to the point where you realize that he's just stalling in this fight, waiting on his help to get there. Because throughout the fight, he was systematically taken apart. Like his cape was intentionally cut off, which at the time it just looks like Batman ducked a shot and gets his cape cut off. His grappling gun gets taken apart, which it looked like Batman went to use it and ends up just snatching it out of his hand. Like, Batman normally would grab someone and yank them this or that. He caught
Every Thursday.
He caught Sean, and Sean just yanks it out of his hand and breaks it, lights the building on fire, and finally he's just walking at Batman. He's like, you have no way out. The building is in complete lockdown. We're on the 113th story. Your gun's gone. Your cape's gone. Your move. Like, you're not getting out of here. And so he literally has no way out. He has to
run, and he got
he
caught.
has to suicide dive and pray that Ghostmaker caught a signal that he stalled for. And it was kind of like that scene in Civil War where Sam's trying to get out of the building as it's collapsing, and they have to pull the helicopter up next to it, and he jumps out, and they just have to guess the right area. But Batman put explosives in the building, and he popped them off in like simple Morse code fashion that Ghostmaker caught because they come from the similar training background, which is a little far-fetched, but
that felt a little bit like he was trying to be like Scott Snyder, Jeff Johns. They're like, I'm gonna, this means this because this means this. But yeah, I felt the same way. It felt a little far fetched for me too.
But he pulls it off where he's like Ghostmaker just has to jump out of the ghost stream at the same time, and they have to snatch him out of the air and just crash land on a roof. Like it was sketchy. Like Batman got wrecked, barely got out. It was good. Simon Saint showing his hand and kind of covering it up. There was a couple of good little dialogue moments about just the simple fact that Harley Quinn is allowed to exist inside of Batman's life. And we've addressed this, like this murdering psychopath. These are not redeemable characters. They are not redeemable. The fact that Harley Quinn is allowed to fight crime beside Batman is why the Magistrate exists, why the Magistrate is necessary, and why the city will accept.
Just like Red Hood. How many people has Red Hood killed? You know what I mean?
Not enough.
I mean, if you read his book,
Joker's still alive.
He kills a person about every issue or every other issue. Like he kills people, and so does Harley Quinn, like you said. I don't know if you're talking to Ryan or Mark. I got the shirt from
Target,
Mark.
man.
Where'd you get it?
Target.
Okay.
Target.
Are you gonna make any more?
Ryan, we're not trash.
You're gonna make any more? Are you gonna make any more?
Target. We say Target.
Target. We bougie.
Oh yeah, we fancy now.
Are you gonna make any more?
Yeah, I was about to say I'm probably in this coming week gonna go ahead and like start collecting for Legion of Comics shirts Volume 2. But I'm gonna offer them in white or black.
Boom. I need to do something else in my shirts because I made them for my Teespring account that I can't even like get into to order a sample anymore. So, are you guys worried about the decline of comic book interest? The movies are there, but it seems the books themselves are getting less of a fan base. Do you think interest in books will pick back up? I don't think that we're losing interest in books.
Yeah, I think there's more of a hype now than there's been in a long time because
I mean, how many copies of Berserker #1 were made? 600,000.
Not just that, but just in the sheer example that my LCS was open every day of the pandemic and never lost money being open.
Yeah,
and no new books were even coming out for a while.
I do think a lot of people are buying a lot more keys, like older books.
Oh yeah,
but comic book shops can still sell those. I think new books are still selling a lot. Like I know plenty of people that drop $80 to $100 weekly on books.
I don't know who would do that.
Comic Book Burrito, Comic Book Poser,
This is just DC for 1 week.
Yeah, I mean,
they're pumping.
Lots of they are a good company. I agree with that. I don't think we're losing any sort of interest. Panda, what do you say, bud?
Hey, bud.
He's like the kid I called on
that
who wasn't listening, and he's like, "Oh crap, what did he ask me?" Do you think? Are you worried about the decline in comic book interest? I don't think there's a decline, but it seems like movies are taking over, and they're just getting less of a fan base, according to Steve's Collectibles. What do you think? Do you think interest in books will pick up, or already has picked up?
Well, if you think about it, okay, so a lot of us are around our 30s. Late 20s, early 30s, late 30s, early 40s, late 40s, early 50s, right? We're within that range of 20 to 50, right? And we start collecting the books that we remember from when we were kids. So what are the books that are the kids that are going to remember it now? You know what I mean? Like, are they even collecting the same way that we are collecting now? Is the comic book market being driven by us guys that are in our 30s or 40s versus kids that are, 12, 13 years old, who the demographic is definitely for?
Yeah. Seems like manga is taking over the next generation. I've seen a few local comic book shops shut down recently. I've seen a whole bunch in my town shut down in the last couple of years. But I'll tell you what, right now, this year and last year, I feel like are the best times to be collecting comic books because everyone is buying them. Everyone is spending money on them.
Maybe the 60s and then just hold on to them was probably the best time at this point.
I wish I read more comics. Jay Gatsby. Hey, what up, Gatsby Comics? He's going to be in our auction tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Central, so 10 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys check it out. Lots of awesome stuff. Panda's going to be selling. I'm going to be selling. Gatsby Comics is going to be selling all sorts of stuff. Anyone that's printing needs for their comic book business, hit me up. I work at print shop. Oh, yeah, I need some stickers. I need some stickers. But for the Burke Fam logo, obviously. Let's see here. Hey, what up, brother? How's it going? John? Let's see here. Great point, Panda. Short-term versus long-term collecting or investment buying. Yeah, Panda's entire wall is our assets at this point. You know what I mean? That's more like a lot of the stuff we buy weekly. That's just to read. Yeah, but I still feel like there's a huge market for that. Like Ryan, that's all he does is read. Like he does have. Ryan, you have a couple more expensive books, but most of your collection, I think most of all of our collections are just reading material at this point.
Well,
Yeah. I also think there's like a difference between like interest in comics and LCS is shutting down because the interest is definitely there. I think there's a lot of people selling online now, even shops, and there's also digital comics are a thing. You know, Comixology's making money. Come on now.
Yeah.
So Marvel has their own digital reading app and stuff where they sell brand new books and subscription model stuff. So I think there's more interest than ever in comics. I think LCSs are a part of the industry that's struggling the most because there's so many different outlets now.
I think exactly what you're saying is true, and I don't think it's only for comic books. I think it's for anything. Brick and mortar stores are not doing as well now as they did 20 years ago. That's just the way it is. People are buying online. People have their own Instagram or eBay pages where they're selling stuff, their own online stores, all of that stuff. So I do think you're right. Interest in comics is, and in my opinion, is towards the top of his all-time high. I mean, like everyone right now, it feels like likes comics or collecting comics or is reading them, whether it's digitally or picking up floppies, all that stuff. It's just
20 years ago was a rough time era for LCSs.
How many?
We were coming out of the 90s tank era, and this is before Marvel had to sell the properties for all their most famous things just to keep from bankrupting.
That was just different. I paid about $201 for my stack of comics the day before yesterday. I may have paid $250 without my 20% discount. Yeah, so local comic shops can give you those discounts. I think mine gives me a 20% as well. I paid $53 for the stack you guys saw. It probably would have been, a lot more than that. I'm not a math teacher, so can't tell you what it would have been. Probably about $65 if I had to guess. But yeah, local comic shops there does help everyone, but a lot of people are buying online, which is what we were talking about. Okay, let's see here. People stopped chasing all the hot books and started collecting what they want. They're probably doing a lot more for the comic business as a whole. Yeah, I agree. I love all the LCSs I've been into in every state, but these ones they keep marking up books the day they release is also hurting their business. I agree.
Another point I usually bring up too is transactions versus sales. Because especially like right now, you got Marvel trying to pump out series that generate new characters. DC's doing a couple series that generate new characters. And then the number ones that come out of the indies every month, like those are all spec books. There's a lot of people that are buying 3 to 5 copies of most of those books just to sell. And so whenever you look at sales, like it may have sold this many books, but the reality is it only did this many transactions, So
sure.
I would like to see transactions go up. Like that's where I think they need to drive things. How can we put more people in the stores and buying more, individual purchases versus walking in and depending on like a couple of whales to help float the business,
I saw a dad and a son at the comic book store today, and the dad was just walking around. Well, the kid was, I don't know, he was about 16 or so, looking around and picked up a couple things and wanted to read them. And I thought that was really cool that they were able to go there together, and that a younger reader was getting some stuff. And I think he paid for it himself too. So that's pretty.
Did you plug your channel?
No, I did not. I didn't. I just figure everyone knows me at this point.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you ask him? Do
you know who I am?
If you love comic books and you love 16-year-olds, you'll love
You know
my
what,
channel.
though? Oh my gosh. No one came up to me and $2.99 super chat. Thank you, Two Brothers
I'm
Comics.
sorry, Mark. I don't know what's going on, but this shirt's beating you 3-1.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
I think it's definitely Nick. But
Make
this
sure you guys
one
follow
could be either or because Dustin's big into anime now too.
Make sure you're following
True.
Two Brothers Comics. They have an awesome channel. Are they not going to fight now because they didn't get to 5,000 by a certain date?
Nope, they're not.
Okay. I
When
bet.
it like July or something?
It was supposed to be like
Yep.
June 30th, I thought, or something. I don't know. But make sure you guys are following Two Brothers Comics. They put out awesome, awesome content. There's Nick and Dustin, the two brothers at Two Brothers Comics. They also have a third person, Justin Birch, who goes on there regularly as well. No fighting. Okay, see? That's
It's
what I thought.
definitely Nick.
Ryan lives in Texas. Yes, he does. He lives in Houston. Apparently, it's raining every day there. So
It's raining right now.
hurricane weather. It's coming.
Yep.
Usually-
Yeah.
Right around the
If I
corner.
get disconnected, it's because it's storming around my area right now, and so that's
Oh,
why I
is this
got pulled
cold?
off the. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Does Panda Burke and Mark have 6 shirts? Yes, we do. I also have Two Brothers Comics. I also need to cut the sleeves off. I haven't done that yet, but thank you so much, Two Brothers Comics, for the combined $7 and super chat. That's what's up. Two
Well,
Brothers.
you weren't a math teacher.
I'm not. Okay, $6.98. How about that? Who was a guy hosting a live stream? He looks creepy and nasty. I guess that's me. I don't know. What you guys doing. Are you playing the Q fig or what are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing
Oh,
in the
I
back?
got this at the flea market. I got that Michelangelo from the Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle
Great movie.
movie.
That's really
So
cool.
he's got a skateboard. He's got his pizza. But he came in as a 2-pack, and the other person that I haven't gotten out yet is
Batman. Alfred.
Alfred.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Fire.
Alfred's got a whole bunch of hands, and he's also got a cup and a pizza.
Holding things.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Yo, we got Biggie Chef. What's up, man?
Hey.
Dude, I haven't seen a bar breakdown of my my rap from about a week ago.
Because
So
nobody wants to do it.
if you want to do a breakdown of that, do it. No, I would love to see Biggie rap someone up to his level. We are. I want Mikey on the T-Rex. LOL.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I want Mikey on the T-Rex too.
That would be pretty cool. Mark, you got anything else you want to say about Batman 110? I thought it was. It doesn't make up for the last 8 to 9 issues,
No,
but
we're on the right path.
we are on the right path. I do 100%. So I think you're right in where they were like, okay, we have Fear State coming up. What can we do to try to still sell books without doing like an event or doing
Well,
something?
I did look way ahead, and like Miracle Molly's about to be
Yo,
all over the place coming up. So unfortunately, they're not going to kill her.
kind of roll.
But
Yeah, because that's what it seemed like at the end of the issue that they were gonna disobey orders and well, not
She
disobey
has a
orders,
solo series coming up, doesn't she?
not show mercy.
I haven't heard if she
Hold on.
did. But if y'all don't know, now you know that Superman Son of Kal-El is getting really close. We had
Yep.
a beautiful Superman 1 homage cover right there. Not to mention for you adult readers out there, Superman and the Authority by Grant Morrison is well on its way. And if you're not a big fan of Jonathan Kent, don't worry because Action Comics is about to be trucking along just fine.
What about the new Shazam series coming?
What about him? This is such a great time to be a Superman reader. Let us tell you more about it.
Oh. I thought you were gonna pump that out too. The new Shazam series is coming.
I am excited about the Shazam mini because coming out of Future State, you know that Billy Batson is detached from the champion and he's stuck in hell holding back some major demons. So it'll be fun to see more in detail on that because that was a wicked little thing they had going on.
They did.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I have
excited for all that.
I have the entire run of the Shazam series from the last year and a half before it ended at issue 15, which the last couple issues you find out that the last person to join the Shazam family was none other than Black Adam, which I think could possibly happen in the movie. So maybe I think it's Shazam.
Right. In the comics, Black Adam joined the Shazam family.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all ran around happily ever after.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he joins it at the end, but they don't really like do any missions.
Did you not read Justice League? Look how friendly that dude is these days. He's giving people the best compliment they ever got.
Well, I think that was because it came from him. For him to tell you you're good parents, that's a high bar, though. That really is.
I've been saying like a number of years.
You see how shocked that dude was? He's like, "That's Black Adam." They're like, "Is he gonna kill us?" No, he gave you a compliment. Like that was an awesome scene.
Right. I like that in that end scene.
Oh man, that artwork at the end when Sinmar just comes barreling down.
Oh, dude. He looks up and it's just that twinkle in the sky. They're like, how much time do we have?
Yeah, can you imagine having been on that run and looking at Ivan Reis' artwork for that whole battle and the way that they draw Sinmar with those wicked Halo-esque wings on his back and everything?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it as long as you do, Tyler. It feels weird. I only made Panda full screen for about like 15, 20 seconds. It felt weird. In the box. Dude, there's a simple solution for that. Just make the stories more interesting and quit introducing the first appearance of the character you're never going to use again in every issue. Yeah, well, I think
he uses all these characters, and like I was just saying, if you look forward in the solicitation, Miracle Molly's on covers of books that are like 5-6 issues down the road. Ghostmaker's not going anywhere. Punchline's not going anywhere. They're being used.
Ghostmaker's supposed to come to the CW.
He just pumped a lot of characters into one story thread really fast. Now you're having to wait on them to flush them all out and build them all up and kind of like write stories so you kind of get an idea of who they are instead of just a soft introduction. But he's proven time and time again he's not a stupid writer. He knows what he's doing. It's just this is a rare situation for him as a writer that he's really confined to the parameters of a shared universe. So you're just, again, it's not ideal and it's not fantastic for individual issue readers, but it looks like it's finally catching up to where it's not bad.
I'm not going to display that comment, Nick or Dustin, whoever.
Of course, that's why it's going to CW.
Let's transition from James Tynion IV on Batman to James Tynion IV on The Nice House on the Lake number 2. I read it digitally on Comixology, and what was interesting about it is they do frame by frame when you're reading it, and so they made sure to show you like the diagram of the house when they're walking through it there at the end. I don't know if anyone uses Comic Hub. I've never heard of that. Panda, you haven't said a bunch on here because you didn't read Batman. I want to know your initial thoughts on Nice House on the Lake number 2.
Give me more. I want more. Give it. Give it. This was such a wonderful read. I was enthralled in it the whole entire time. And, usually when I see stuff like this, when I have a whole bunch of words, I'm like, oh, it's a daunting task to read, right? If I wanted to read a book, I would have read a book and had no color pages or splash pages or anything like that. You know what I mean? But I thought it was very well done. The transcript that they have from what happened inside the house, you can actually visually see it in your head, like what was happening. And then the panels afterwards of what was happening in the scenes after that initial scene or whatever happened. And then the CCTV footage that they had, that was really dope. I mean, just the surveillance that they had inside this house, like how are they getting the transcripts? Like how are they able to, get the files from this house if this house is what it is? You know what I mean?
I love that transcript. Reading that through like it was a scene, like that was incredible. Ryan, what did you think of Nice House on Lake number 2?
I thought it was great. I really enjoyed, like in the first one, like it was just masterfully paced. Like you read that book at a very consistent speed, but it's moving across different deliveries. So like in the first one, we would get the little character profiles and stuff, and it's a very interesting and intriguing read, and so it just kind of like pulls you through at this very like consistent pace. And so I was like, how are they going to do that in the second one? Like, is they going to change up a lot, or are we still getting the same thing? Because now you don't need to do a profile on every character. And so then they introduced like the CCTV footage and the transcripts from that and stuff, and it just makes it so well paced. Like it's a really intriguing book to move through, and I love the way that it kind of like lays information out for you as it goes.
I agree with that. Mark?
I really enjoy how it's structured a lot as well. Like with how, the way the first one started with that one character dialoguing and pretty much giving you the experience leading into where they're at. They kind of did the same structure again, but with a different character, and kind of takes you back, and not as much detail, but back enough to let you know his interactions with Walter going into this, and like more detail on the history of a couple of characters while like jumping back into real time and moving the main narrative forward was really cool. And I love the fact that they put those transcripts in there. When I first saw that page, I'm like, oh God, how long do I need to read the book? But then I got like 3 lines in. I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Like by the time I got to the bottom of the transcript, I'm like, I wish there was more, because it was literally the thoughts and feelings of the characters in the moments of that final few panels in the last issue, and just get like that extra information on it just kind of helps put you in so much of more of the mood and the pacing of what's going on in this house. And it did kind of throw me off how accepting of everything that one couple was. I'm like, that's a little odd. So I think there's going to be more to them, obviously, than meets the eye, and I don't think it's a coincidence that it just happened to be the couple that's dealing with this the best that Walter kind of comes to. So you can already see where it's going to start breaking down like total survival style. We're going to get little cliques and allegiances inside of the house. And so I'm just curious to see how deep this rabbit hole is really going to go.
Did you see? I'm trying to go back. It's hard to do this when you do it digitally. Okay, so there's a scene at the beginning of the book when they're like, okay, let's take a shower, all that stuff. And then Rick comes and he's standing there. Did you guys look in the mirror?
Talking about Walter?
Yeah.
Was that Walter in the mirror, or was that Rick in the mirror?
No, that was Walter.
Walter.
Okay.
It was Walter.
Where he's all alien, distorted, whatever he is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like he looks regular on this side of the mirror, but in the mirror he's all like.
Yes. Okay. I was just making sure you guys saw that. I was trying to pull it up here, and it's taking forever.
Mm-hmm. He's there, and he appears at the end of the book as well.
Yes, he does. Here it is, right here. So you can see it, the normal person standing there, and then if you look in the mirror.
See, and that's the guy telling the story at the beginning, right? The pianist.
Is that Rick at the beginning? You're right, it is. And what's interesting is
because remember, like at the beginning of the book, he's talking about how he met Walter, and Walter would always hug him, and like he almost wishes that it was anybody else involved in this, because then that means Walter would be there to give him a hug. And then I'm pretty sure that's the same person in the house that's seeing Walter, because he hugs his wife at the end, because he remembers his message of Walter, makes you feel comfortable. He hugs you and makes you feel like it's all right. So he hugs his wife and he sees Walter.
Yep.
Yeah. If you go to page 2, also, did y'all catch like when you see their college room and it's like a little mini spread, all the little Easter eggs that are hiding in there?
Okay, let me go back and look.
You have like the Jim Lee Batman poster on the wall. You have Final Crisis issue number 1 in there.
Oh, when she was a kid?
Well, when they're in college, when Walter's passed out on the couch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It looks
That was
like
really
if you
cool.
look at the bottom right, I don't know what Tynan's doing, but it looks like a 2-page spread from Crossover with the city with the dome in the middle of it.
Oh, yeah, so there's Batman and Robin there.
Look to the far right, bottom right corner of that panel. The
Oh,
book
Final Crisis, I see it.
Now look under Final Crisis, like down by Walter's foot on the right. There's like a picture of a book opened up to a 2-page spread, and it looks like a city with a dome in the middle of it.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, and then if you look on the back,
Is that a
wall, you
dome
see-
or is that like a plume cloud or whatever that's starting to form?
maybe
Like an explosion, like Akira.
the very Akira, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Get that Jim Lee Batman in the back. You're right.
Yep.
And this would be around the time for Akira too.
And then of course there's the Dark Knight
Dark Knight,
poster
yep.
above Rick's
Mhm.
head. Why so serious?
That's so dope. Like
There's
this is
so many
Mhm.
Easter eggs that I didn't even see because I wasn't looking. Is that a Kanto book? Underneath the pop can behind Rick, the pink.
It looks like it says Kanto, doesn't it?
It looks like it says Kanto to me. Now it also looks like a Green Lantern on that bottle right to the left of that.
It
Doesn't
does almost like the little logo on it.
Yeah,
Mhm. I can see it.
all sorts of stuff that I just didn't see until now. Wow.
You know, I hung out on this page for a minute too long, but it was some. As soon as I caught the Batman, I'm like, what else is here?
What else?
It looks like South Park on the little cup holding the
It
pencil.
does look like South Park on the cup. You're right.
Yeah.
He must be from Milwaukee because that is a Milwaukee Brewers old logo on that pennant. Hey, we got another $1.99 super chat. That's what's up. Thank you so much, two bros.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Later, dude. Later, Kyle. Everyone, you have a good night, bro. Hey, the comic vet. What's up, man? How are you?
What is up, Chris? How's it going, brother?
I don't know where Ryan went, but hope he's doing well. Yeah, nice house on lake number 2. There he is. Hi.
Hi.
Well, Ryan took notes on this. I'm interested in
Yeah, Ryan, let's hear these notes. What does it note say?
what made it to his notes.
Mostly just like who is who and how they're connected. Like whenever she does the crossword thing, with the reporter chick, yeah. Like, what are these connections supposed to mean?
I'm guessing like these two knew each other in school and college, but then this person met this person at this party years later, even though, you know what I mean? I think she's just drawing how each other knows each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but how do you know which symbol represents who?
You go back to issue 1 when they're rolling out the introduction to all the characters. The symbols are by their names and Walter's assigning them.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap. I didn't even think about that.
They're also across the
if
top
you
of the
get
book.
If you get a Sharpie, you can just on the front of each of your covers, you can just write their names right under their symbols, just as a quick reference for when you're reading it. That'd be a good whack.
Whack hack. There
Yeah.
you go.
Tag.
Yeah.
He's going to go live at 7:30, right?
Yeah, 7:30 Eastern time, aka say it with me, real time.
Real time.
Yep.
Ryan means Mephisto. Tell us.
Yeah.
Mephistopheles.
Mystopheles.
You'll catch a charge doing that.
Yeah, I'd never have taken notes on a comic book.
Well, this one is not a standard book, too. It's jam-packed with content. He's going complete Department of Truth on us.
He really is.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. We're paying money for these books, you know. For a $3.99 book, man, bang for your buck. You know, it's
Mhm.
there's,
Yeah,
there's
that's full of
nothing
content.
just to play with, like he was talking about. You can go back and try to find the significance of these connections that they're offering you. Like, is there something
Yeah,
to this? If
'cause-
there's not, you decide.
What's up, Cube Comics? How's it going? C3. That's who it is. C3 Comics, the original Keep It Comics. That's what's up, dude. How you doing? Talking nice
Yeah,
house on
'cause-
the lake number 2.
The first one was the artist, and that's who we were introduced and how the story was told. This one is the pianist, and he tells his story at the beginning, and that connects into the theme. So, what do you think the reporter's up to in the next issue?
Probably reporting.
Okay, I have to ask you guys. Wow. I have to ask you guys. So at the beginning of both issues, we see them outside the house, the nice house on the lake, with everything just burned and fiery everywhere, right?
Mhm.
I mean, you guys are just, is this like they're narrating what's happening? Because we know at the end, everyone's just going to feel like they're in prison and they all just want to get out and not everyone's going to make it. And so they're just talking about it? Or what do you think's happening there? Whoever wants to.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay, so that's the kind of gist that I got from the first one because she's sitting around, you see the fire and stuff, whatever. But those statues are also around them. And in this issue, we learned that those statues aren't simply stone statues. So one of the statues, just one of them, the residents they found out by accident, and then they told me that they're able to put their hand on the statue and it reveals to them the answers that they would want to know about their personal lives, where their loved ones, what's going on at their home, if I remember correctly. And they get to, you don't have to wonder what's going on. You can touch the statue and you see that you pretty much have nothing to go back to. Whether that's true or not is still up in the air. But the residents of the house are led to believe that the world has come to an end, apocalypse, all that stuff, just burning down. That being said, these statues are properties to them. So this, even though the color palette is that of a fire, he's sitting at a piano. She was sitting on steps, not worried about being burned. She was casual. He's casual. They're just reminiscing. So in the background, you see all those statues. So are they even still at the lake anymore in these shots is what I'm getting at. I don't think they're at the house anymore.
You think they're dead?
No, I don't think this is lost. I think that this is basically, it's a Noah's Ark thing they have going on here. Like that kind of stuff's been done numerous times where X, Y, or Z is coming to an end. We have to collect and save X, Y, and Z so that it can go on. And he's cherry picked people out of different walks of life. Like that's the point of the symbols, and each of them all being a different profession almost. So it kind of makes me think that he's no longer at the house. He's wherever the potential final destination is meant to be, whether he's there for the long haul or part of the story is Walter getting them to where Walter wants them or needs them to be in the story, playing out from there. And I don't know.
Do you think that they're going full like escape room here? Like they have to figure out how to get out of there to get to their final destination?
No, I think Walter's going to take them. This is just me after issue 2, like just playing it out. World comes to an end. Walter wants to take these people over here to keep civilization going. They get there, doesn't work out, and they get back home and have to start from scratch in a destroyed world.
John Lover 1, show full design tees that Ryan wears full screen. I'm not sure who John Lover 1 is, but I appreciate the super chat.
Hey, usually I get the same request, but there's no money involved, so
Yeah.
upgrade.
Does anyone know John Lover 1? Anyone know that? Whoever you are, appreciate you stopping by and appreciate the super chat. Seriously, that's what's up. And yeah, Ryan.
Yeah. To me, I like the openings and like those overarching narratives because it plays into the whole like reality TV angle of it all, because they always have those little vignettes where they're like in the confession booth and stuff.
Mhm.
And so that's kind of how I was thinking of it, is them like confessing how they met Walter and, what that path and that journey has been for them because, like I think they decide they're going to leave at the end, and they have to leave some record of who they were because they don't know what's in the outside.
Well, this is also very cabin in the woods that we found out in this issue 2 that they can't just leave. It has there is a containment around the house, whether it be to simply keep them in or to keep the dangers from out coming to them that's gotten to everyone else on the planet, but they are self-contained. So it makes me think, are they even on Earth anymore? Or you know what I mean? Like we don't have to be on a nice house on a lake. And like they mentioned, they think Walter might have this is all Walter's doing, the lake, the house, every bit of it.
Yeah.
There wasn't a construction crew and a realty company that had any part in this. So we don't even have to be at an actual lake, at an actual house.
It could all be like a virtual reality sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. They could already be in a terrarium somewhere. This could be Candor, we don't know.
Yeah.
All sorts of speculation happening for sure. Do you think those guns put in there?
You don't know.
Do you think they put those guns in there? Do you think Walter put the guns in there for that couple to keep everyone else in line?
No, maybe. I don't think Walter's end game would be for any of these people to lose their lives. I don't think that's his.
What do the guns mean?
Not, I don't
Maybe
think
they're
it's
gonna.
intended for them to get that early. You know, who knows? I mean, that
Y'all know
might
anything about the woods?
the
No.
woods. Yeah, I live around a lot of woods. We have to keep safe rooms full of military grade assault
So
rifles to stay safe.
Tynan's like first success was a series called The Woods. I've never read it, so I'm speaking out of turn here, but I do know the premise is basically like a high school is transported to like the middle of these like woods or something suddenly. And so the kids, and there's like all these like mystical creatures and magical creatures and stuff, and they end up having to defend themselves. It's kind of like a dystopian post-apocalyptic sort of thing, it turns out, or whatever. So this doesn't sound that far from that. So I do wonder like how far it's going to go. Like, do you think things will come from the outside that they'll have to defend themselves from?
Never even thought
That
about
is that I do not know.
I never thought about there being more to this than what we've already been shown, but obviously that's an obvious thing. Of course, there's going to be more than what we've already seen, but I haven't even thought beyond the cast that we've been introduced to in the house that they're in.
I know.
Jesus.
I think that's what's so good about it is like it would be so crazy for something else to show up because he's done it such a great job of focusing us, you know, the magician's trick, you know, like we're not even looking at the obvious or something, you know, because he's trained us to focus on what's on the inside, you know.
We've been groomed.
There you go. Yeah.
I love this cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's like a Where's Waldo of macabre obscurity.
Yeah, you remember the highlights where you would like try to find the objects. Yeah. I remember being at the dentist's office all the time and finding those highlights, and then like you go to do it and it's already done.
Yeah, what's wrong with your teeth?
What?
Why were you at the dentist all the time?
Oh no, just throughout the years.
Oh, okay.
That's what you took from that story.
I was concerned for a second there. But yeah, I'd be the same way. Like, why'd they have to circle it with pin? You can just look and see that it's there and just move on.
These are all fake.
Nice.
Like Ronnie from Jersey Shore.
Sexy.
Did any of y'all
Ronnie's got all fake teeth?
Did any of y'all catch an H.R. Geiger
That's
feel
recently.
from the way that the tree was designed, like the bark on it? It has a total H.R. Geiger feel to it.
Geiger's the one that does all the alien and stuff like that. The xenomorph.
He's the original artist that
Yeah.
designs from. He does so much more. Did so much more than that, but it's all in that same style, like almost like a biological skin look to walls where it has weird textures and like you can find.
And it looks techie at the same time. Oh yeah, I love it.
You feel like there's like teeth. There's teeth on the tree right there.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Thank you to everyone who's joining us tonight. Right now we got 18 people watching, almost 100 views total, a couple new subscribers. That's what's up. Thank you guys so much.
But who's counting?
Right.
Right? Seriously, though, thanks to everyone who's always joining us every week, watching the show, talking comic books with us, and hanging out. We really, really appreciate it, seriously. You guys have anything else you guys want to add on Nice House on the Lake #2 before we move on to the action-packed Suicide Squad #5?
That was good.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Andy, you got anything to add on Nice House on the Lake before we move on?
It was good.
So you're not even reading Suicide Squad anymore.
I am.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, I couldn't remember. I only picked up 2 books, so I couldn't remember what you picked up.
I only picked up 2 books. You should have remembered what I picked up. There was only 2 books. I didn't have a haul like Mark.
All right, man. What did you think about Suicide Squad #5?
I loved the character of Bloodsport. That was a cool character. His helmet design, to the way that he uses his mask underneath it. Oh, that was really cool. And you can tell like it's just a regular Joe. Just really like that. That was really cool.
I love his commentary he adds to all of his missions.
No, yeah.
Amazing.
He's like, we don't need this. He was like, okay, well, I'm going to do it anyway.
Oh, and how awesome was it that we're getting into the crime syndicate? Like, this is amazing. I love every time we get a crime syndicate story just because we get to see the superheroes be the bad guys and just see all the kind of nefarious things that they do. Am I describing Legion of Justice?
Let's
No,
go.
this is Crime Syndicate number 5. That's just a tag on the trade
okay.
this month. But the Crime Syndicate story in here was just injected into this story after issue 3. This takes place inside this, which I've been telling y'all that this has been fire. And y'all already know that this is the backbone of DC Universe continuity right now. And you should know that if an issue of this is coming out, it's going to be somewhere else also. And this week it hit 2 books. 2 books.
What was the other one?
Swamp Thing.
Oh yeah, they did talk about Swamp Thing. You're right. They did talk about Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. You know, when I was reading that, I was like, oh, there you go. Peacemaker. Showed up.
Gearing up.
I like it.
But yeah, it was super cool. That they did do something that I'm not necessarily a fan of, but I understand why they did it. But Bloodsport, in the opening page of all these Suicide Squad, we've been getting like a miniature bio and backstory to these characters, and they've been doing a good job of showing you the different suits or the different styles through the years while they're giving the explanation. And you get Bloodsport's actual OG comic depiction there when he went for the assassination on Superman back in Superman number 4, I think it was 4 or 8. It was some low number in the 90s, but then they updated him to match what he'll look like in the movie coming up.
He looks so sleek. So sleek.
That look is awesome.
He has that film accurate movie costume now, which I thought was cool. It looked good, but thank God he has a decent design. It's better than just having a bandana on your head. You can't just run around with a red bandana anymore. Like, people like, what's really going on?
Right.
But people with blue bandanas will get mad at you.
I've always really liked this look of Bloodsport with the red bandana. Have you ever seen Age of Apocalypse's Colossus?
Yeah.
With the red bandana? Oh, I love that look. I don't know what it is about Colossus with that look specifically. With the Age of Apocalypse, he's beefy as hell. He's got a beard sometimes, and he wears that bandana around, and it just looks so dope. So dope.
Yeah, but it was cool. I liked it. His suit looked of a Terminator-esque, Deathstroke with the blue and the orange. I think they could have done a little bit different on that, but other than that, no complaints about the design.
No, I thought it was cool. I really enjoyed that they changed the perspective, the storytelling on it. So it's not like, here goes our team again going to get somebody else. Like, we kind of got this whole, it felt like a side story, like a little special ops kind of mission thing. And it really expanded what we know. I guess what we know that Waller's up to, we all suspect she's up to something, but this kind of gave us some more clarity on that she has a plan farther down the road than we even realize at this point, And so I thought that was pretty cool. And then to give somebody else leverage over her is going to make it interesting moving forward too, because they also cut that with her, basically bullying Peacemaker and showing that nobody has leverage over her. But then next page over, this dude just got some leverage. So what happens,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There were some cool moments as well, like him talking about how he has the ability to teleport weapons in whenever he needs them.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and the scene where he actually does it, he just has his hand in front of him, and you see the gun coming together. He's just you just get that sense as soon as you see that, you're like, okay, get some. Here we go.
Yeah.
But then, dude, knowing about Ultraman, when you get to the end, when he's confronting Ultraman, and he's like, I need the big gun. And you already know he wants his kryptonite rifle because that's his big gun. That's what he took out. That's what he took out Clark with. And you're like, dude, this guy mainlines kryptonite. He has two basically insulin pumps on his suit that when he's fighting, if he needs an extra boost, he can just hit a shot of kryptonite to get pumped, and he just shoots him and he's like, oh no, and just takes that deep breath in and just sucks it all in.
That imagery was just
it looked like Bane, a Superman Bane with the venom.
Yeah.
This time with the kryptonite. Oh, that was so cool. Oh, I can't
No,
wait for them to do this
Kryptonite,
as a
my favorite.
DC animated. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
really can't wait for them to do a DC animated, because the DC animated universe that they have built up is amazing. I love talking about that DC universe that they have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on.
Christ on Two Earths was good.
That
Nice.
was one of the better ones.
hmm Still, Under the Red Hood for me has got to be the all-time favorite.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll make you
I
tear
like
up.
Flashpoint too. Flashpoint was really good. It was
Yeah.
basically exactly like the comic book. Exactly. It was amazing. For sure. Suicide Squad, though, yeah, I agree. I did like how it was kind of like a sidebar story with one of the characters that's going to come up in the upcoming movie. For me, who doesn't know a ton about the Bloodsport character, it was kind of nice to see that going into that movie. Like I knew,
It feels like they one-offed him really heavily too. Like
yeah,
he hasn't been seen in the comics up until now. They bring him in, they modernize him for the movie, and then they free him of being bound to this book and bound to Task Force X by Ultraman, like not understanding why he has the explosive in his head and just assuming it could. He wouldn't have an explosive in his head if it wasn't to hurt me. So he removes it. He doesn't kill him. He removes it. So now
Right.
Waller doesn't have the leash around him anymore. So now he's not even bound to leave Earth 3 if he doesn't want to. He's
true.
everyone's seen him. He's no longer bound to this book. He can just go be cool and do what he wants to do. And yeah.
How about the reveal that it was not Red X that let Rick Flag?
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh
pretty
yeah.
cool. So we got somebody in the weeds. I think it was Superboy.
Yeah.
It has to be. That's who I thought.
Yeah.
So it has to be, right? Just because I thought it has to be.
Making mention about how something's not right with Superboy. Something's off with him. Something wrong
Yeah.
with him. I'm excited.
Well, and he
for what it is.
let Bolt go, so
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's something right with him, though. That's just his good nature. But everybody,
yeah, but it lets us know that like he's up to something opposite of Waller,
And
So
Waller's,
if
we needed
having
time.
Rick
Waller's on
Flag
the
locked
nose
up was her goal, then his would be to have him free. I mean, the other one though could be Peacemaker, because he kind of made himself notice there at the end.
True.
I'm
he was
wondering
kinda
if you wanna
flexing on
bring
her, so-
Superboy, bring Connor back. into the Teen Titans.
Adrian! Comes too. What up, Drek?
Do y'all think that Connor might make his way back into the Teen Titans, or like if they know where he's at and he's there voluntarily, involuntarily, kind of?
I mean, they kind of have an open enrollment policy at this point, so he could always re-enlist. But yeah, I don't see why not. He seems like a redeemable character.
And when the like if it's part of like something that the Titans have going on to put a mole in with Task Force X kind of thing, because they were referencing Superboy in the annual, even keeping his name alive inside of a Teen Titans book.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I don't know. I
Jonathan's
kind of
well
like where he's
beyond-
at right now.
well
Though.
beyond being a Teen Titan.
Yeah. He's about to carry a book.
He's that dude.
Tom Taylor's going to crush that too.
Yeah, there's some
crossed.
Superman hate in the chat earlier, and if people have not got on board with current Superman, you're living in a fantasy where Superman's not an amazing book. All you Superman naysayers, now's the time.
I'm excited about the Jonathan Kent solo book coming up. For sure.
Oh yeah,
Are we going to talk about that on here?
You
The
want
Tom
to?
Taylor book.
Yeah, when it comes out, I'm good with that. Really quickly though, we are 7
Comes out later this month.
from the Burke Fam channel getting to 2,350 subs. So
Oh,
tell your
good.
friends, family, all of them to sub up to Burke Family 54 Comics channel. We're so close to 2,350.
If we hit that 2350 while we're live, Steve will give away that Green Ranger action figure right next to it.
No, I will not, but I will do a giveaway. I'll do a giveaway. live tonight for three. We'll do 4 random comics that I have right behind me. If we get to 2,000,
Yeah, they're definitely right behind him. I've seen that floor.
nothing. Hashtag Burke fan. Nothing is more important than fan. Yeah, dude. All those Fast and Furious 9 are amazing, dude. I haven't seen
love that.
it yet. I really want to, but yes, all of those memes are amazing. Like seriously,
What started that whole?
I don't even know, dude.
Oh yeah, it's because I saw it on Mo's Instagram.
I've been seeing there's
One day I just saw like
memes
5 of them.
everywhere. There's just countless ones, and they're all hilarious.
They're all hilarious. They all end up.
Oh, it's a
so
line
good.
in the movie.
Yeah.
It's line in all
yeah,
the movies.
Yeah, it's in the movie, in all of the movies.
Yeah,
They've
like
been out
apparently
forever.
yeah, but in the new one, apparently Vin Diesel specifically references his superpower is family,
No
and
way.
that's the meme that's come out of that. That's what they're running with.
Oh,
So the new
My
movie just
superpower is
No.
family.
so the new movie
I
they
am
weren't
Groot.
self-aware when they were making it, and they did it again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome. It wouldn't be Fast and Furious without it.
you're right. It would not. It would not. Should we talk about what we're going to review next week?
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
don't know, but
Nope.
what is it? Superman, Son of Kal-El #1 drops on the 28th. Well,
Oh,
probably
wait.
the 27th.
Sweet.
But yeah, the week of the 28th.
So hopefully I'll let y'all know how it is the 23rd.
What about Thor 15, The Joker #5, and Mighty Morphin #9?
Did you say Thor?
Yeah, I'm not.
And then
I don't think I'm gonna pick up the next Thor.
Yes, we have an auction tomorrow on the channel at 10 p.m. real time, which is Eastern. Me and Panda and Gatsby and Austin LeMay and Nick's Kicks and Comics and Carlito and lots of awesome people are going to be selling some comics here tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern during our auction. Make sure you guys come check it out for sure. So are we saying Mighty Morphin 9, The Joker #5, and Thor 15? Are we good at that?
What about Last Ride? Are you still reading that one, Steve?
Oh,
I haven't read issue 2 yet, but there's also Future State Gotham #3. There's also the Flash Annual. There's also Infinite Frontier #2. I mean, there's so many good books. TMNT 119. I mean, there's
you said good books.
You said good books.
Oh,
Let's.
that's right. Well,
Last Ride,
Yeah.
I'm pumped for. Infinite Frontier, I'm pumped for. Both of those are like top of my excitement level for sure.
they're doing a
I was
reprint
gonna
of
say,
The Boys #1 next week.
What are they doing?
A reprint of The Boys #1.
Hard pass.
Roar's back for Mark is coming out next week. Detective Comics, Batman the Detective, Spider-Man, Spider's Shadow, Urban Legends, Star Wars, which is like every week, Carnage, Black, White, and Blood #4. I mean, Superman, Challenge of the Super Sons #4. I mean, there's so many books next week. Holy cow.
mhm. I mean, Mighty Morphin #9 and Joker 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joker 5 is going to be. It seems like all the books are kind of doing it. Suicide Squad did it this week,
Nice.
stepping out of doing a little something different. Swamp Thing did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Johnny
a lot of
Boy?
books are taking that lull right now where they're. I guess it's like kind of a pacing break. Crossover,
Yeah.
the same thing. But Joker's doing it next week where they're stepping out and telling a story of his first night in Arkham. That's why, like in your video, Ryan, you talked about this massive creator team coming in for this one issue. It's kind of a special issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the video from this week I talked about Justice League Dark, Swamp Thing, and Suicide Squad all changed creative teams. It was a weird week.
Yeah, but it all hit. It all landed.
That stuff, yeah. I was very disappointed with Wonder Girl.
Yeah, that was bad.
I was like, this is not the direction I wanted this to go at all.
Like I don't think I kind of went in the same direction I expected, but the pacing was horrible. Like it felt like firepower at one point. Like, why are we on an airplane having a fight? Like,
Yeah.
why would they even board the airplane? Why would they wait to board the airplane to do this?
Firepower was good this week, though. I liked it.
That's fine. What's his name? I've been beefing it out with Nick from the Comic Burrito. Because I saw it on his list, and I was like, "You're still gonna read it after 12?" He's like, "Yeah, 12 was awesome," and I was like, "I thought it was awful."
I didn't think it was
And
awful.
he was like,
It just wasn't what I was hoping for. But 13 was. I still thought
it was a disappointment to me, a huge letdown. It had all built to issue 12, and then it was just like, we're going to sidestep all the things you were waiting to see.
Have you read issue 13 of Firepower?
No.
Tell me what you think about it if you read it.
No, I'm not gonna read it.
Oh, you
Yeah, I mean, Nick was like trying to convince me that 13 it's a step in the right direction. I was like, did somebody else learn to throw a fireball? And he's like, oh yeah, there's a scene where his daughter just like magically does it, and I was like, yeah, that is pretty much what I expected.
It wasn't magic. It didn't just magically happen. That's not how
he explains. He channels his emotions, and then she does it.
It obeys.
Goku did it in Dragon Ball in 1987. So
I don't know what Mark just said, but he came in and then he left.
He said it wasn't magic. It obeyed all the laws of physics. It was perfect.
Let's go ahead and talk about what we have going on our channel over the next couple days, and then we're going to get out of here a little bit early tonight. We're going to go with Panda first. Panda, what you got going on your channel?
So on my channel, I've got some things cooking up. This weekend, I am not doing a Sunday mail call and hangout. So I will be doing one on the 18th, and hopefully I'll have a special guest by that point. But right now they're just kind of penciled in there, so we'll see how that goes. But we're looking forward to that. Also, I'm finally starting to put some things together for my videos. That Branson, Missouri trip I keep saying and talking about, I'm gonna get that video out here within the next week. I'm also going to be on Burke Family 54 Comics channel, the channel that you are watching right now, tomorrow, the 9th. Yep. And we'll be doing an auction at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
I'm going to make a group chat tomorrow so everyone can put photos in there, and I can make a post or something about the preview of books we're selling. And I want to look at a collection tomorrow. I might buy some stuff and then sell it tomorrow night during an auction. So we'll see. Legion's reviews were 7 times longer. Yeah, that's because that's Mark and Ryan. They're really good at reviewing stuff.
We also review a lot more books.
You guys do review more than 3 books. What do you got going on your channel coming up? I know you got your live stream tomorrow morning.
I'm going to be doing a 7-hour review apparently this Sunday at 9 p.m. Now, Outweeks end every Sunday night at 9 p.m. on my channel. Me, Ryan, and the Comic Vet. We go through and review everything we read this week, talk spoilers on stuff we watch, which we'll have Black Widow to talk about. We'll have the new episode of Loki that no one will remember came out because Black Widow will have come out. And every Saturday, I got stuff drop every day except for Thursday. So check it out.
Boom. Ryan.
Yeah. I dropped a video this morning for all the books I'm excited for that are coming out next week. So check that out. It's never too early to start looking ahead. And I'll have another interview out on Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. And there's probably going to be a video in between, but I haven't decided what that is yet. So that's about it for right now. Other than that, check me out.
And a link to all of these guys' pages is in the description of every single one of my videos, because they're all Burke Family 54 Comics channel members. They're awesome people. You guys should be supporting them.
Also, real quick, tomorrow morning is the big community hangout every week I do. So if you're a member of this community and you want to hang out every morning, Friday at 7:30, I go live. And if you want to hop on and join and hang out with any of us that are on there, just message me on Instagram if I already don't send you an invite.
Oh yeah, and real quick, Saturday at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, Remy Q is doing his 500 subscriber giveaway. So
Boom.
make sure you guys are present inside the chat, so this way you can enter for your chance to win at the many great giveaways that he has. I think he's got up to 20 some odd giveaways for this one.
Yeah.
It's going to be insane, people. Insane. So make sure you are there on Remy Q's channel. Yep, Biggie knows what's up.
Biggie.
It's my boy Biggie.
Here, check this out. I just saw this meme and I have to show it because it's freaking hilarious. Look at this. Amazing. Amazing.
Is that the Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Specific to
Taco Bell.
Okay. I have the auction tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern here on the channel. We don't have to wait for In the Mix or the rap battle to get over because it's not going to happen tomorrow. So we're going to go live at 10 p.m. Eastern sharp, do an auction for a couple of hours and hang out. I am going to look at a collection tomorrow, so I might do a video for it for Saturday. But you might have already seen the books by tomorrow night if you come to the auction. I am going to be doing a collection update as well because it's been about 2 years since I've done a comic book collection update where I show off, my A to Z books, Batman books, Flash books, Power Ranger books, slabs, all of that and more. So that's probably coming over the next week or so. We do have Meet the Burke Fam episode number 5 on Monday. Yeah, that's what we planned over the next couple days. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I had a great time. Thank you also to comicbook_pressing on Instagram for being the sponsor of the Thursday night chat. Make sure you guys check out comicbook_pressing on Instagram. And make sure you use my promo code BURK54 to get free shipping back to you in your first order. A link to his page is in the description of every one of my videos. Thank you also to the family tier and friend tier channel members. In the family tier, we got Flash 6792, Collectibles Lounge, Adrian Pandawson 316, who's here with us tonight, Hoarder's Hide, Nick's Kicks and Comics, Blue Hellion Comics, Cardboard Crazies, Small Town Collectibles, Legion of Comics, who's here with us tonight, Warlord, Paul Rogers, Kidrano Prince, Jonathan Michael, RMQ Studios, who's doing a big giveaway on Saturday, Jay Kiddos, Chip Gittler, Slaughtered Up 503, DJ Lynx, Austin LeMay, Deep Dive Comics, Comic Book Poser, Actual Dracula, and Tramato Cinema. Thank you guys so much for being in the family tier. And in a friend tier, we got New Guy, Adrian APM, and Carlito Classico. And again, New Guy is here with us tonight on the panel. Make sure you guys are subbed to every single one of these people in the family tier and the friend tier. A link to their Instagrams or YouTube pages is in the description of every single one of my videos, including this one. Thank you also to the 616comics.com for sponsoring the channel and sponsoring the monthly Burke Box. Make sure you guys check out the 616comics.com for all of your exclusive variants and all of your comic book needs. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. We had a great time. And as always, go Cats, Cowabunga, and it's Morphin.